Hello everyone, this is Pat with our Oracle card reading and message for Thursday, June 13th, 2013. So we have both 13s in the number today. And, I know that one is about the meaning of the number, like one is about keeping your thoughts positive, and 3 is that the Ascended Masters are working in and around you. And 13 is also a goddess number, as I understand. That there are 13 moons in a year. So, anyways, this is a very special number to work with, and it does not in any way, signify bad luck. In fact, it's quite good luck, actually, for a lot of people. So, anyway, for today's reading, I was guided to work with Archangel Raphael's deck. And also, interestingly, the Life Purpose Oracle card deck, and actually they're very drawn to the green colors today. So we'll see what these messages have to say to us. Very often they're, especially when Raphael's involved, that they're messages of healing. Okay, and here's one that's jumped out already. Ooh. Okay. There's a couple that have popped out here for the YouTube community. All right, so the first one that came out is sunlight. And it says, "Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in safe and healthy ways." Now, we might look at that and think it's a little bit difficult to do if it's rainy and pouring or snowing or what have you, wherever you are. But what I feel that they're calling the attention to with this card is that, there are health conditions that are directly related to, light and dark cycles. And, if you've been feeling, if you're someone who experiences some level of depression, to some degree that can be affected by being out in direct sunlight. It has very much to do with our cycles of light and dark, and similarly, those light and dark cycles have a great deal to do if you're someone who's trying to get pregnant. They're very much related to the cycles of ovulation in women. And of course we know that we need sunlight for absorption of and creation of vitamin D, and these are very much linked to issues with serotonin and things like that. So, and also what's pictured in this card is the, fresh vegetables. He's got a basket of them. The angel's holding a basket of fresh vegetables, which is very much has to do with the fact that the more that we can eat food that is grown in direct sunlight, not processed, that's as natural a form as it can be, the more energy and vitality we get out of it. So there's many, aspects to this message of sunlight today. And it does speak to, yes, if you've been indoors too long, you need some element of natural light to improve your health, your outlook, your sense of well-being. And, we hear a lot in the news about having to be careful about too much sun, and that certainly is equally as true. We do have to be careful, many of us, in places where there's a lot of sunlight, that we don't get burned, that we have enough sun protection on us, because to have an awareness of skin cancers and things like that. But forms of natural light, both sunlight and starlight and moonlight, are important for us to absorb through our eyes, through our skin, through things of that nature. So be aware today of the importance of that to you. Maybe explore that a little bit more for yourself. The other piece of this, the other card that came out with it, is caffeine free. So I feel like what Raphael is speaking to today is things that have to do, natural forms of relieving stress. Okay, so if you feel like you've been under a great deal of duress, and caffeine adds to feelings of stress. It adds to feelings of restlessness, like things aren't getting done fast enough, and to some degree, it can, believe it or not, contribute to a lack of focus. Um, I know a lot of us, myself included, have caffeine in the morning or our coffee to get that kickstart, to get our brain working, to get our energy moving. And there's certainly nothing wrong with that. But too much of it, contributes to issues of irritability and not being able to get a good night's sleep, which then, adds to fatigue and tiredness, makes everything seem a lot harder, a lot more frustrating, et cetera, et cetera. You get the point of that. Caffeine is also involved in, some women's health issues. So what Raphael is giving us here today is some clues to our health and well-being that are, more natural forms. There's a lot that can be cured or symptoms that can be relieved by backing off of caffeine. And as a massage therapist, for many years when I worked regularly as a massage therapist, and if people were experiencing a lot of cramping, muscle cramping, I'd urge them to back off of caffeine and drink more water. Because in order for caffeine to give you that kick, it draws minerals from your muscles, which are very much needed in muscle contraction. And it ends up causing cramping, or can be one of the causes of it. So anyways, these are very natural, simple ways of alleviating some aspects of stress in our lives. And so it may be very much what's needed today. Notice the sensitivity maybe that you have to caffeinated things, and take steps, whatever steps are necessary, to back off from it. So for some people, I feel like this might be just a confirmation for you of information that you've already received. You may have already been reading articles or seeing some reports about that, and so consider this additional confirmation for you that, yeah, those might be the right steps for you to take today. So let's see what the Life Purpose card deck has to say to us. Now, this is turning into a, not too long of a reading. Life Purpose. What does it wish us to know? All right, one finally did flip out. So this card today that we've gotten is study. It says, reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So what's interesting about this, I don't know if you can see very close in this picture, but one half of it is a book, the other half of it is a computer. So it certainly speaks to both like scholarly types of research, of reading books and informing yourself that way. And this gentleman in the picture looks like a scholar, but it certainly speaks to online research as well too, going to different websites and things like that. But I do feel like it's encouraging you to look into some of these aspects that Raphael's brought to our attention that we've just been talking about. Do a little bit more study and research on your own. And what you may find for some of you is that it's stimulating or kind of fueling a new direction for maybe a new direction that your career could go in, or that you could get involved in, that would excite you. I know many people get very passionate about informing people about things that they don't know, that they're not aware of, nutritional things, health-related things. I know I do. So it's urging you to engage in some course of study, and maybe it's a business course or something that has come into your awareness. But it could be just as simple as looking up more articles on sunlight and its effects upon you, and caffeine and things like that. So doesn't mean you have to go diving full blown, but just be aware as you hear reports about it. Maybe look into it a little bit more for some people. And for others, I do feel like it does involve, there is some element of further study and research that you may be invited or called to today. So that is part of perhaps your life purpose. And it's telling you to stay informed. I feel that's part of the message for this too. Stay informed in a broader scale, in a much broader way, about what's going on in our world environment too. Because the sunlight is part of our world environment as well. And I think the reason it's coming up as study, to do some reading and research on it, educate yourself, is because, what we see in the media isn't always the full story. It does require us to stay informed and seek out avenues of our own research and educate ourselves from other resources. So, we'll go into it with that. Those are the messages I get from these cards today anyways. So they may speak to you, they may resonate with you, or not. Hopefully they do. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely Thursday. I look forward to speaking with you again very soon. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely day, and many blessings to you.